Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Mr. Yun to my classmates. Today I'll be presenting to a group of undergraduates. Welcome students. Today I'll be presenting an information on 5 paper tips on how can you save paper or recycle them, which involves printing. Okay. Tip number 1, which is use both sides of the paper. Okay. So it's called the duplex printing. It's the single best way to reduce paper usage. So choose a digital printer or any multi-function devices that can print on both sides of the paper. So when you're printing, add duplex as your default mode. Okay. So tip number 2, go digital. Okay. How do we go digital? By reading, let's say, a newspaper. Can you read it online, or we can we can send electronic files to our recipient to let them decide whether they would like to print it or not. And we can store digital documents as well, which saves a lot of paper. Tip number 3, be selective. Okay, so how do you be selective onto what you're about to print? See, just print whatever you need or when you need it. For example, print only the portion of the report that you need, not every page. You can preview the information given before printing it. Okay. Tip number 4, reach for the right papers. Okay, so how do we reach for the right papers? Okay, so onto how to reach for right papers, you can find papers that are certified globally, which are the Forest Stewardship Council or the Program of the Endorsement of the Forest Certification, both which have strict international standards for sustainable forestry. Or another simple way, just use paper with recycled content. That would work as well. Okay. For my 5th tips is recycle. So how do we recycle? Very simple. So like tip number 1, just use both sides of the paper before recycling it. Okay, can reuse file folders and envelopes by covering all information with sticky labels. So that's it, students. Thank you. Hello, and this is how I would present to a group of 10-year-olds. Okay. Hello everyone, childrens. Today I would like to share with you all tips and tricks about papers. Okay, before I share on to these tips, there's mainly 5 only lah. Okay, so paper comes from trees. Okay, you all know, right? Say trees supplies oxygen and releases carbon dioxide. Okay, what we breathe in is oxygen, what we breathe out is carbon dioxide, which is inhale, exhale. So it is important to the environment and to us. So it is important for all of us to play our part into keeping the environment clean and reduce wastage. Okay, please don't waste paper. So wasting paper means you're wasting the tree's life. That's what I personally think. Okay, so to start off, I would like to share onto the first tip you can practice on your daily routine. Okay, so first step is to use both sides of the papers. Okay, how? When you're doing your mathematics or an essay, for example, if you see there's extra space, extra pages, which is there's a left side and the front side and the back side of the page. let's say you only use the front page and you notice there's a back page, so please use the backspace. There's no problem and anything. It also is one way to reducing paper usage. And also if you're printing, let's say if you don't know how to print, you can ask your parents to use a duplex printing method, which is it prints both sides of the paper. So usually printed papers are being used to print, which is A4 paper. So that's it. Okay, so moving on, tip number 2, if possible, go digital. How, children? Okay, very easy. I assume all of you have digital in your homes, or maybe some don't, but it's okay. But going digital, like surfing the internet, or maybe going to the look at the news through your phone, and etc. Okay, etc. means much more. Okay, so how by going digital, you are saving paper. Saving paper means saving the trees, so we can enjoy more trees around us, which saves the environment. Okay, third point, be selective about what you print. So what does being selective mean? So means if you wish to print anything related or it's important, you only print that part of the page. Okay, so that you don't waste any more onto the paper. Okay, just print out stuff that you actually need. Okay, so some unnecessary stuff you can maybe just draw or something. Okay, just print whatever you need. Okay, next point, reach for the right paper. So for children's reach for the right papers. All you have to do, very simple, just very simple, find papers which are recycled content. Recycled means used content. Okay, if you see anything that's written note on it, you can just use it. See, it's to save up more papers from being wasted. Okay, the last tip I would like to share with your children is that recycle. How do we recycle paper efficiently? Okay, very easy, just very easy. Collect when you're at home, try to collect used paper. Okay, so collect used paper and throw it into used paper can be used as fiber, so that the fiber can be used again. So if we recycle the fibers, it can save trees, reduces energy, water use, and some that requires fewer chemicals. I think chemical is a type of solution. Okay, and it keeps paper out of the landfills. Okay, children, okay, that will be all for me. I hope these tips will help you, and thank you.